A very warm welcome to you. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on the program, Almond Finance and Wealth Report. As you know, this is where you get first-hand information about issues, events, and happenings in the financial services sector of the economy. I am Jennifer Obidiebube. On this edition of the program, we join Faith and the leading women in the insurance industry on a town hall for the continuation of their discussion on growth opportunities for women in the insurance industry.
The football field is open for everybody, and I think it's a function of deciding to say, do I want to be benched or I want to be fielded in the field of play?
We will also bring you highlights of Leap Africa 11th Annual CEOs Forum, which is the premier gathering of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in Lagos.
I'm looking forward to better days ahead. Entrepreneurs, in my own personal opinion, are the real heroes of the Nigerian economy, and we need a lot of help. So please support us.
Plus, of course, our insurance fact file. All these and more are what we have lined up this week, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy it. We'll be right back shortly after the break. Please stay with us.
There's something I want us to talk about. I don't know, so that's why I'm going to bring it here. A lot of time you find out that women who have actually fought their way to get to the top, there's this proverbial ceiling that, oh, she's a woman who knows how she how she got here. There's maybe sometimes it's even coming from people who really don't know her, who don't know her background, who don't know where she's coming from or how she started before she got to that top position. But they just say, she's a woman. All these women, they have long legs. You don't know who she knows. I don't know if that is commonplace in the insurance industry.
It is. It's everywhere. Have you ever been stopped by a policeman on the road? You're driving a nice car and he stops you. He asks you your particulars, and while you are trying to bring things out, he admires the car. Say, I'm sure it's not your own, your husband's car. That's what you get everywhere. They believe they cannot achieve anything on your own. Somebody must push you there. Ms. Adeyeju said earlier that if you're prepared, you'll get there. And many of us are prepared now. We are getting the positions. I care less what people say. People will always talk anyway. And like Rati said, they don't know you. They don't know your story. They don't know where you're coming from. But because you're there, because they're not used to having women there, they are ready to say so many things to even try to bring you down. And if you don't have your self-esteem intact, if you don't have your confidence, you'll be bothered. But honestly, when you get to that level, you are the mother of self-esteem. You are the mother of confidence. So you can weather anything. Because you know what? You've been weathering them from the time you started moving from manager to senior manager to controller to AGM, blah, blah, blah. Because people will always try to bring you down. So whatever it is they say, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter to the to the big woman up there. I worked for this. If you have evidence to say that somebody put me there, please show it. But you know what? They never have evidence. It's only hearsay, and because of the stereotypes that a woman
cannot get to that position.
Yes. And like you already said, we are holding our own up there, and we are doing far, far better than the men. No woman will be up without being very equipped. I say that to get to the top, a woman must work about 5 times more than a man. That is the truth. I'm hoping that whether it's going to be happening in my generation, I'm hoping that soon it will be less, maybe at equal or at least 2 to 1. But right now what we have is that together, to prove yourself, you have to do 5 times more than the man before anybody can even notice you. Because once they see you, you are in the garb of a woman, you have the shape of a woman, they write you off. But when you open your mouth to speak, and you know your audience, some people listen. Some people will be sleeping.
There's just a woman talking.
There's a woman. So what can she say? But the few ones who are listening, even if they're intelligent, they'll bring out the salient points in what you say, and they'll convince the other people. And that's how we get to where we are these days.
Okay, now would you say that for now, because you guys are younger, I wouldn't say not so young, but at least younger generation of women who have gone through the insurance industry. Now, I do know that for the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, for example, it took them 50 years before they produce a female president. Now the institute is over 50 something years, and you can still count the number of women that have been president of the institute with your fingers.
Yeah.
So has it changed, or I mean, when I say has it changed, is this perception, because you don't have to say it out, but these are facts that one can look at and say, oh, this is one industry that they've actually had more men at these top level positions than women. So is it changing, or has it changed completely, would you say?
Thank you, Faith. I think it's a function of we the women. Now, NCRIB took 50 years to have Barrister Laide Osijo as the president of NCRIB. And during her tenure, she did marvelously well. But it took Laide Osijo to walk into their boardroom. She looked at all of the pictures of the past presidents. She didn't see one lady, and she said to herself, my picture must hang on the wall of this boardroom as the first female president of NCRIB. What am I talking about? Somebody took the bull by the horn. Nobody wrote it in black and white to say NCRIB cannot have a female president. So it's a function of the women aspiring to be. Nobody's going to stop them. They never had those dreams. Now you have a lot of women. You have more women in council. She's a broker, she would know, and all of that. They have more women in council. I think people are beginning to have those dreams. Somebody had to break the jinx. There's no written law somewhere to say you cannot be. Somebody had the dream and she pulled it on. Okay, now coming to CIN, I tried to do an investigation before I came, and I found out that we've had, since the institute got its charter, this is the 5th female president. We've had Erelu Aino, we've had Mrs. Rowaye, we've had Mrs. Opaise, we've had Mrs. Sheyi Faturuti, and now we have Lady Sioma Chukuma. We've had 5 of them in the institute. And if you look at these women, they are not women that you can push around. They are women that have been able to prove themselves. They are women that have been able to show that we have what it takes. They are women that will speak and everybody will listen. Where am I getting to? And then the next president is also going to be a woman, because Mrs. Fumi Babintin Ashaye is coming on board. So she's going to be the 6th one. Why? Because they took pains, they went to council, they had their election, and they've been moving and all of that. The football field is open for everybody, you know, and I think it's a function of deciding to say, do I want to be benched, or I want to be fielded in the field of play? You know, so for me, it's a function of taking the opportunity and going out there.
But would you say that women are given equal opportunities with the men in the insurance industry?
Not really. We fight for everything. We have. I said it earlier. We fight for everything, and we fight because we are determined to change the game. Or any woman that is anywhere in the, like you said, we have 5 women in CIN. Do you know how many men we've had? Men presidents?
50-something years.
Yes. But those women fought through each glass ceiling, and they broke it. They went through. The beauty of it now is that, like I said, we are here to stay. We are now bringing the women behind us that, look, whether you like it or not, you need to. Once you see the potentials, the ones that they have supportive families, just push them up, and before you know it, it will be to your pride eventually that this person you pushed up when you were really active is now where we are. Some people pushed, some men pushed out the female, all the women that she has mentioned up, to say that yes, we can do it. We have some male supporters in our industry, but most of them actually don't want to give a woman a chance. They'll say, after all, what do you know? She's a woman. Go and sit down. But like I said, if they give you that chance, it should be a level playing field. But it's not. I beg to disagree with Nadeoju. It's not. It's not. Once we have let's talk about an interview panel, a promotion panel, and you walk in, you're supposed to be the one. They start thinking that, like I said, yeah, she qualifies, but can I call her at 12 midnight? Will she respond? I'm at a meeting with the minister and I need to get some information. Can I call her at 1 a.m.? But if I call him at 1 a.m., he will get up and come and meet where I am. That has knocked you down. But you know what? We're now saying that yes, if the men are there at 1 a.m., we don't necessarily have to be there at 1 a.m. to get the job done. We can still get the job done, but not necessarily at 1 a.m. All you should be after is getting the job done. Do we deliver? Oh yes, we do deliver. So what is the problem? But if you don't have that chance to really prove that yes, you can deliver, you won't be able to show them that you can do it. What I'm saying is that I think that more women should be given the opportunity. They should not have that, they should remove that stereotype from their minds and say that yes, we all started from the beginning. Like when I got into insurance industry, I did better than my male counterparts. They had to beg to say that, okay, fine, this person came in with you and we gave him a lower position. I mean, but now, when he has, it was actually his boss, I didn't want him to come in. When he has done very well, now we think we should push him to your level. I said, well, it's a free world. He won't take my salary.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. You know, this is very serious. It happened to me twice in my employment in the insurance industry. Twice. He won't take my salary. He has a different line, job description. I have a different job description. I'm doing very well in my own. You think he's doing very well in his own? Fine. I always said that I will always be twice better than any man that I'm on the same pedestal with, and I've always proved it. When you do that, the men get fidgety. They get uncomfortable. That's when they cook all those stories you were saying. Yes. They start cooking stories to make sure that they pull you down.
She has long leg.
I'm not going to get pulled down. If I get down on this one, I'm going to take the bull again. I'm going to rise again. Because I'm a woman, I'm even better than you as a man. Even though we went to the same school, I passed better than you did. Because I'm now in this shape, does that make you
a better human being?
No, it doesn't. But the truth is that our women should be prepared. She said it all. We should be prepared. And that is where mentoring comes in. I may want to shy away from going career-wise because I'm thinking about my children. I'm thinking about my husband. I'm thinking about my home. I'm thinking about what my mother, who was a market woman, who was a trader, would say. I'm too aggressive. Yes, that's what they use for us.
Yes, and when they say that, they are too forward.
Thank you. You know, when they tell me that, I say, thank you, I like that.
Forward, you are too proud.
It's a compliment. It is a compliment that I'm aggressive because that means I'm making you very uncomfortable where you are.
Yes.
That's what it means. I'll say, thank you. And I'll smile to myself and say, yes, Femi, you're doing well. But like I was saying, if I don't have that story that my mother will come back and say, Femi, you're too aggressive. You can't do, let the men do it. Let your husband run after the money. It's not about the money, it's about self-actualization. Forget about the money. Most of us, our husbands can really take care of our needs.
Yeah, exactly.
And we give it to them, daddy heads. But if you're lucky, you have your husband that is pushing you to say that yes, you can achieve what you want to achieve. You will get there, you surpass where you even want. At the end of the day, it's to your pride. It's to his pride.
But how easy really is it to manage?
It's not easy.
How easy is it to manage everything?
It's not easy.
Faith, it's really not easy. The truth of the matter is that no woman can get to the top and be successful without a very supporting husband.
True.
I mean, that's the truth. And that's why you find a lot of people say that women who are up there in management have their
homes are destroyed.
The women are separated, they are divorced, they are this, they are that. You know, so if you find the ones that are in marriage and their marriage is doing well, not just living together and all that.
What's the difference?
Roommates.
There's no marriage there, you know, and all of that. But when you have a spouse that is really, really supporting you, it's not easy because truth of the matter is that when you get to the top of management, responsibilities become high. You are doing meetings, you're taking late meetings, whether you like it or not. Trips will come that are not planned for, and you should be able. You call your spouse and say, "My dear, you know I have to be in Abuja tomorrow," or you are in the office in the morning and they say you have to fly right now. You're going to China tonight, and you just call your husband and say, "My dear, you know what? I have to." It takes an understanding husband. It takes a loving husband, and you have to find a way to do a total package. Because the truth of the matter is that a woman is not successful until you are successful all around. They may not even say that about a man, but a woman is not successful until your home is successful, your kids are successful, your marriage is working, your office is okay, your company is making profit, your kids are doing well in school. Not that you are MD of a company and your son is schooling in UK and is into drugs. You don't even know what's happening to your son or your daughter. You know, and then your husband has followed one young girl somewhere and all that. So everything is scattered. You are called a success when you can deliver all of this together. And the truth of the matter is, whether we like it or not as women, and in the peculiar position that God has put us, without a supportive husband, you can't deliver. So our prayer all of the time, those of us in career, is God, give us husband that will support us, you know, in everything that we do. Because women are always willing to support their husbands.
Exactly.
But you find only maybe 40% of men.
Wow.
Instead, they are threatened.
Yes, I was actually going to
threatened by the successes of their wives, even men that are doing well in quotes. You know, because the natural human phenomenon or the ego of the man is that a woman naturally should be under. So when the woman is coming up, a lot of men are feeling like, hey, where is she going to? So the only thing is, I need to make her uncomfortable. I need to crush her career so that she can come down. If I have his family members who call him and say, are you watching this woman? It's getting too big for you to manage. Joe, are you sleeping? Are you on your feet? See what is happening to you and all of that. But we know that by the grace of God, a woman, no matter how big the woman is, if she understands her place, especially a woman who fears God, who is a child of God, you know that the man is the man and is in charge. And if we give him that, if we give them that respect, and you are lucky, because the fact that the man is a Christian does not make him support you.
Exactly.
He's not given. I can tell you that. But if you are lucky to get a man who supports you and all that, I think the sky is really your beginning, because women do have a lot of potential. Honestly, a lot of potential.
Alright, welcome back. Moving on, the annual Leap Africa CEOs Forum was started in 2005 to serve as a platform for interaction, knowledge sharing and partnerships between SMEs and leading private and public sector organizations who offer cutting-edge solutions. The 11th edition, with the theme Attracting Financing for Your Business, Strategies and Opportunities, was held recently at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. As always, it was a time well spent for the SMEs community.
Leap Africa is a non-profit organization committed to developing dynamic, innovative, and principled African leaders. In 2005, they established the CEOs Forum to serve as a platform for interaction, knowledge sharing, and partnerships between small and medium enterprises and leading private and public sector organizations who offer cutting-edge solutions, support and services that aid growth, development and sustainability of businesses in Nigeria. The 11th edition, with the theme Attracting Financing for Your Business, Strategies and Opportunities, was recently held at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Opening the panel session, Mr. Bismarck Riwane, speaking on business financing trends in Nigeria, said that entrepreneurs must understand that the current state of the economy will make people take substitute decisions on products and services.
The other thing that you are going to have to understand is that when each of these items, one, the exchange rate change, two, the increase in the price of petroleum products, and three, the increase in minimum wage, means that the incomes of people, disposable incomes, are going down. And whenever they go down, people make substitution decisions. Those decisions are based on price elasticity. So whatever you are selling, you have to ask yourself, how elastic or inelastic are these products or this service? And the most inelastic product in this country or in this world is salt. No matter how much you increase the price of salt or reduce the price of salt, you cannot increase your consumption of it.
Over the years, Leap Africa has actively contributed to the body of knowledge on how to build sustainable organizations in our local business environment. Also speaking on overview of financing options, Yewande Sadiku, Executive Director and Head of Corporate and Investments, Stanbic IBTC Bank PLC, told entrepreneurs that at startup, their businesses don't need loans from a bank.
But the first thing that your business needs when it starts is not a loan from a bank, because if the business does not pan out the way you expect, the bank will expect their loan repaid in full. The capital group that understands that things can take some time are equity providers. And at the beginning of a business's life, the appropriate place to start with getting equity is always from family and friends. So sadly, the wealthier your circle of friends is, the better you can probably raise capital. The wealthier your family is, the better access you have and the better you can raise capital. But you will start with family and friends. The people who know you, who know your character, and who can take a risk on you. And then as the business demonstrates proof, you would move to angel investors, who are generally people who don't know you. They hear your story, they like what you're saying, and they're prepared to take a risk on you. They understand that they may lose 100% of their money.
Other speakers were Mr. Segun Ogusonya, Managing Director, Airtel Nigeria, and Alessandra Lustrati, Head, Access to Finance, DFID. The high points of the Leap Africa CEOs Forum was the open forum where leading entrepreneurs shared their own stories on how they sourced for finance for their business. Moderator of the session was Ms. Ngozi Edozian, Head and CEO, Actis West Africa. Sharing his experience, Mr. Tayo Oviosu, Founder and CEO, Pagatech Limited, implored entrepreneurs to always share with people why they are doing the business. Others were Mrs. Buki George, Founder and CEO, Health Plus Limited, and Raphael Afado, Co-Founder and CEO, Supermats NG. Through the annual CEOs Forum, Leap Africa focuses on a theme relevant to building a sustainable enterprise. They also offer business leadership training to entrepreneurs and have published resources on themes relevant to business sustainability, including business ethics, corporate governance, succession planning, and risk management.
Alright, that's our time on this edition of the program. I do hope you enjoyed it. Join us next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, feel free to contact us for sponsorship enquiries on 01-7763-981, 080-335-7879 or 090-9685-2685, or send us an email on almond4xx@yahoo.com or almondproduction@gmail.com. Like us on our Facebook page, Almond Finance and Wealth Reports. Visit our website, almondreports.com. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Almond Reports TV, to view past episodes of this program. As always, I urge you to join us every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. live on Niger FM 102.7 for our Pidgin English program, Waiting Insurance They Do Sef. We are available on WhatsApp on 080-335-7879, and you can follow us on Twitter at Madam Insurance. This program also airs on BCOS Television every Thursday at 6 p.m. Many thanks for watching. I am Jennifer Obidielube. Until next time, goodbye.